that you would come again. You said that we would remain friends, but you know that I do not depend on nothing or no one. So why would you show up so uninvited? Then just change my mind like that. Please don't take this personal, but you ain't shit and you weren't special till I made you so. You better act like you know that I've been through worse to you. I just can't keep running away. But I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Asia. It's texting me every time I start the film. If you're new here, my name is Asia. I do beauty and fashion and post-cancer wellness. I love doing reviews and get ready with me's, and I show my looks that I put together. And then sometimes we have serious conversations about cancer, mental health, life after cancer, things like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, we would love for you to join our community. I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about, I'm a little bit confused and I need your help. I'm really trying to figure out whether I want to go plant-based. I just don't want to do the fake meats and all of that stuff. This is my country club that I go to. I'm learning how to play golf, and I do it's tennis at my gym. It's packed today. It's the only reason why it's a hard decision, because I want to do something that's long term. I want to make it a lifestyle change. I don't want to just eat a bunch of Beyond Burgers and think that I'm doing something. Like, I really want to change the way I eat, but it's so hard. It's going to be getting cold soon, and I am a spaghetti, macaroni and cheese, candy yams. Like, I'm that type of girl. And I guess I can do it for like a treat, because Thanksgiving, I'm finna eat my family food. I don't know what nobody else is doing. I don't want no tofu turkey. I don't want none of that on Thanksgiving. Like, they hand me my grandmom's stuffing with the chicken livers and all of that stuff. Like, I want all of it. So I'm trying to decide what is best for me. But health-wise, I keep gravitating towards plant-based. All of the medicine and everything that the doctors are so quick to hand you, not one doctor, and this includes my oncologist. Now, he'll agree with me if I bring something to his attention, but he's never once said, how are you eating? What are you eating? If he did, I don't remember. So let me just start there. I don't remember if we've ever had that conversation. Every time I go to the oncologist, it's like, I think maybe one time I went there and it wasn't something afoot. So I don't remember if we've had that conversation. Is it easier for you guys to hear me this way? I feel like I'm competing with the wind and I'm yelling at you guys. I got a big mouth anyway. But I don't know why doctors, well, no, I know why, because it's money. Doctors do not tell you what the real key to healing your body is, and that's through our food. Because that's the reason why we are going through what we're going through in the first place, is because of the food. The food, the environment, is so many factors of why we are always sick. I remember when I was a kid, cancer used to be, it ran in your family. Or it was just like some once in a fluke. You hardly heard about people having cancer. Now, oh, I thought that was a Rolls Royce. I was about to say, this funeral got money. Who got a Rolls Royce hearse? 5 out of every 7 people is like, and they don't tell you, on top of chemo and all of this medication and gabapentin and everything that they writing down in this little scribe book, they don't tell you eat more fruits and vegetables. And even in that, I'm black. When we cook, it's a lot of seasoning, butters, that kind of stuff. When my mom and them was little, they told me this is how crazy we eat. They told me that my grandmother used to save the fat off of the chicken. And when she would get enough, she would fry the chicken in the chicken fat. If she didn't have that, of course, she would use lard and all of that. But when my mom and them was little, it was like the 70s or something, 60s or 70s, the lard was real lard. Like, I don't know what, she said she don't know what this thin see-through stuff is now, but lard was thick and white, and the fat off of the chicken was like super yellow because it was real fat. And they would fry the chicken, like, my Lord, they would fry the chicken in the chicken fat. My aunt said my grandfather would make liver and onions, and it would literally taste like a T-bone steak with gravy and stuff. Like, the way they ate was so different. My aunt said one time, it was either my aunt or my mom, one time that my grandfather had fried fish, and he used some of the grease off of the fish to pour on the rice. Best rice they ever ate in their life. Like, I ain't had none of that. Don't get me wrong, my mom cooked. Like, we rarely ate out growing up. Like, the only time we would eat out would probably be on the weekends, or like if my mom was going on like a church trip or something like that, and my dad had us, because child, my dad my dad was mixed, but he was black. But when I tell you, this man will find something in this refrigerator and put it on our plate. I never had eggs with rice in my life, and he made a dish out of it. Eggs and hot dogs. Like, he would make up some stuff and put it on that plate. But for the most part, we was eating pizza, cheesesteaks, chicken cheesesteaks, strombolis. Like, we got it in with our dad. But my mom, we ate home-cooked meals every night. It's changed so much from when my mom was a kid, and it's changed from when I was a kid. So it's just really, it's really disheartening, because I feel like, well, I don't feel like, I know for a fact, these doctors don't care about your health. It's not about your health, guys. Because if they really cared about your health, they would be giving you other alternatives other than just medication. I appreciate my oncologist, for every time I come, I get blood work. This is low, this is low. Let's make sure we doing what we supposed to do here. Like, I appreciate all of that, but I just feel like that it's just, we don't talk enough about nutrition. And I'm sitting here lost as to what to do, and I should not be, when there's all of these professionals that should be guiding me to what I need to be doing. I should not be sitting here lost trying to figure out how to eat. Because, okay, eat more fruits and vegetables. How am I supposed to cook these vegetables? I don't want no steamed bok choy, because I'm about to put bouillon and everything else in there. I need to know how to eat that is pleasurable as well. I'm not one of those people, I eat to live. I want, when it hit my tongue, I want to be like, put some more of that on my plate. I don't want to eat no couple of pieces of broccoli, and I love broccoli. I don't want no steamed naked broccoli with no can't believe it's not butter, couple squirts. I don't want that. I want food. But at the same time, I want to be healthy, and I don't want the food to cause me any more issues. So I'm trying to figure out, if I go plant-based, what does that mean? I love tofu, but how do I make this tofu that it's going to be sustaining for me, and that I can keep this lifestyle change? Because meanwhile, I done went plant-based and I can't take it no more, and I'm in the Burger King drive-thru. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this and do it the correct way, because I'm watching videos of women that are plant-based, Child, I don't want this. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want no sprouted bread with the extra sprouts on the top. I, the brown naked rice. I don't want this. Like, I want something to eat. And this is not going to get it. So I don't know what to do. I know the meat ain't it. So I know that already for a fact. The meat is out. I've seen a documentary where the cows and stuff have cancer. They cut the piece of cancer off the meat and wipe the meat off and still sell the meat. Like, absolutely not. And then how the meat breaks down in your body, taking months and for the meat to break down. Like, I can't do it. But I need help, guys. I don't know what to do. 1 minute yogurt is good for you, the next minute dairy is not good for you. Which I believe, because look what they're doing to the cows and all of that stuff. Like, do I just go to the Amish and get dairy products? Because they are supposedly, they grow what they eat. They're supposed to be, I guess, kosher in a way. How does that go? I have so many questions, but I don't trust the doctors to give me real answers, because that means I need them less. But I have to do something to alleviate some of this stress off of me, because my health is, when I tell y'all the form of stress, I'm doing my research and I am watching videos and I'm reading, but you get so much contradictory information and you don't know, you get so much contradictory information, you don't know what to hold on to and what to leave. I used to be a milk drinker. When I was a kid, they called me Moo Moo because of how much milk I drank. I could take a gallon of water to the head. I loved it. Now, if I'm not eating cereal, or, which I cut out, because they done messed that up, putting paint thinner and carrying on in it. Child, not me, ain't got no seatbelt on, and the doggone thing steady going off. All of the stuff that's in it, I cut that out. If I'm not making something that requires, that golf course is gorgeous. If I'm not making something that requires milk, I don't even have it. Like, my niece doesn't drink it. I've been asking my mom and my sister not to give it to her. Give her the almond milk. They're pushing oat milk, and the more and more research I do on oat milk, it's terrible. I don't know what to do. And it's frustrating, because all I want to do is heal myself. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind making sacrifices to make sure that I'm healthy. I'm not, I just want to eat fried chicken and gravy and onions every day and expect to be healthy. I understand that. But it's like, life is also meant to be enjoyed. I don't want to take away everything I love just so I can live. That's not fair either. Even the fruits and vegetables. You know how many times I see people pick up fruits and don't wash them and clean them? Then they'll go and say, well, you know, you get sick off of fruits and vegetables because y'all not cleaning your food. Like, I'm not trying to start no fight in the comments, but people not cleaning their food. It's just point blank in the period. And I seen a girl's video. She was using Dawn or something to clean her zucchini or something, and they was eating her up in the comments, talking about get vegetable cleaner. That ain't nothing but chemical. And that vegetable cleaner don't get nothing off. I can't tell you the amount of time I was washing my hands with some Dawn and went over my apple or something and some vinegar. Like, I know the people eating food and not cleaning it is literally insane to me. Insane. You know, people are talking about the farmers growing the food with pesticides and everything, but yet we don't wash our fruits and vegetables. I'm trying to grow my own. I can't grow everything. And then I'm new to this. So when the winter time comes, what am I supposed to do? I can't grow apples and stuff. Like, what am I supposed to do? The next course of action is farmers markets, which is what I utilize. Gotta go to Sephora. Gotta return something. And then times like these are the times that I wonder, what do you pray for and what do you not to pray for? Like, do I go to God about food? You know, like, he put everything down here for us, but we have ruined so much. It's like, my mom and them grew up eating pork and from the front to the back. I grew up on pork. I didn't eat pig's feet and all that stuff. Like, that's my family with the barbecue pig foot and the chicken foot and all that. Because even my grandma, like, sometimes when I go to her house, I love when she makes chicken and gravy and stuff. But I be having to check the gravy because I be seeing fingernails sticking up and stuff out the gravy. Like, dog, she talking about something that ain't no nails. She take it off. Well, what? I don't know what it is. It's pointy and it's sticking up out the gravy. I don't want this thriller sauce. I'm not eating this. Like, just make it regular. Like, but again, she's from down south. My grandma ate squirrel and possum and carrying on. Like, I can't. Is anybody plant-based? Let me know how you eat. I would love to know how you eat. What is your dish that you go to? How do you supplement getting all the nutrients and stuff that you may possibly be missing from not eating animals and things like that? Who the hell is Rugby and Janine? Y'all ever heard of that story? What's that? Ruby and Gina? Raby and... I ain't got my glasses on. Put money in this meter. I ain't never seen no place that still got change meters. Guys, look, they got the Rare Beauty powder. I might try this one out. Let's see what it look like. So I picked up that one, and I'm looking at the new Fenty blush. So I'm gonna show you which color that I like the most, because it's looking like this one here, but I'm gonna see. Child, Rihanna, what's going on? This on my arm is this. I'm super confused. There was so much going on in there, but I got what I needed. So we are headed back. Let's get out of here. So not me going in Sephora, playing all up in they stuff. Came across, y'all see this blush? Lady Gaga. Ooh. I gotta get one of those card holder thingies, because this is so like, but Lady Gaga, girl. And now mind you, I ain't look nothing like this going in. Look at the face. Oh, my phone popped. Here we go. Look at the under eyes and stuff. But I did grab, I think I made a mistake. I got the Rare Beauty pressed powder for my under eye because I am hooked on Gaga pressed loose powder. But sometimes when I look at my videos, I feel like my under eye be way brighter on the video than it be doing in person. Like on my videos, sometimes that's gonna be, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on with my under eye? So, and I don't like do the whole powdering on my face, so it only be like right here. So, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm trying to figure out, this whole thing. So I got the True to Myself powder. Open it up. I got makeup and stuff all on it because, honey, I was all in there playing in they stuff. But Gaga, girl, this blush. So of course I go online. So this is what it looked like. This is the powder. Now, for some reason, I'm feeling like this is too dark. And I'm already irritated. Because I was listening to this guy in there who is about, I felt like he was my shade, but he kept telling me I was a shade lighter than him. So I was like, okay. So we're going to try it and see. I also was playing in her concealer. I don't know what I was doing, why I didn't get this stuff. But the concealer is number 40, golden medium. Oh, I know why. It's because Sephora be playing. So let me tell you. You'll get something from Sephora and it be bomb in store. You get outside. What's that thing that they be calling Ari, the little video girl? Jigsaw. That's how you look when you get outside. So sometimes, and I put it on with my fingers and stuff. I didn't have the proper tools and all of that stuff. So this golf course is taking me out. Every time I ride past it, it's just so beautiful and well done and well kept. I'm gonna get some golf clubs and stuff. Anyway, let me get back on track. So, like, I'm really, like, how do y'all like this concealer? I have bags under my eye. They're hereditary from my dad, so just ignore them. But this concealer, and mind you, it's not even powdered. I'm afraid to put this powder on because I feel like it's too dark and it's gonna mess up what I did. Because I am loving this cheek. Gaga. And I have on Dior lip oil. It is now 12:24 in the morning, and I should have been in the bed, but I wanted to turn the camera on and just talk to you guys for a little bit because I have some things on my mind. Just hoping I don't cry. I hold, believe it or not, I hold a lot of things back on my channel because my family watches my channel and I don't want to scare them. And sometimes, like I said before in a previous video, sometimes I just want to vent or talk without hearing what you think, without hearing what I should be grateful for, without hearing the judgment. Just sometimes you just need to talk. Right now is one of those times. I have some hard decisions to make, and I just have a lot going on. especially mentally. Um, this week has been a little rough, but you push through. You do whatever it is that you have to do. Everybody keeps saying to me that, and there's something that I think as well. It's not. I'm not going to say everybody keeps saying, but everybody keeps saying, and I think that everybody has a season in their life. I feel like this is my season, and not necessarily in a good way. When I say season, I mean this is my somebody in my comment left a wonderful term. They said this is your season of transition. And I'm going to assume that this is my season. The process of like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. I'm assuming that this is my season right now. I am a strong person. I am extremely smart. I'm not a perfect person. And one of my downfalls is I don't have patience. That's one of the things that I am assuming God is trying to teach me in this season is patience. But whatever this lesson that I need to learn, whatever, whoever this person that I am going to become, I'm ready for it to happen. I didn't, we grew up middle class. My family does well. Um, Everybody's good. Uh, I didn't have the perfect life. Things happen. My dad passed. My grandfather passed. Um, a couple of years ago, my uncle, which is my uh, aunt's husband, my cousin's father, passed. So we're not the Huxtables. We've had things happen to us, but for the most part, other than things I brought on myself, like doing stuff in school or not getting the best grades or you know taking my mom's mug and losing it and then lying and getting my brother and sister beating along with me, little stuff like that. Other than those types of things, I could say I've had a pretty cushy life, as cushy as you can have it not being rich. So sometimes I feel like, how it's a saying, you're going to pay on the front end or the back end. I wonder if this is my, you've had it too well, you've had it too good, so I got to shake you up a little bit. Like, I'm sorry if it's not making sense. I just need to talk a little bit, just to, sometimes, like, God has done so much for me, and I feel like I have not done 90% in return of what I am supposed to do. So I wonder if this is my punishment for that. I'm not really sure. I know he hasn't stopped listening to me, and I know you have to have patience because God does not move on your time. He moves on his time. I'm not going to lie. I have been angry with God before. When my dad passed away, I was extremely angry because I didn't understand when you have deadbeat dads, when you have fathers that touch their kids, molest their kids, beat their kids, when you have, when you just have, you know, dads that just are just not good dads. Of all the dads, my dad had to go. You could be a certain type of person. You can go through your life and you have whatever personality you have. whatever your quirks are, just whatever makes you you, whatever makes up who you are. And then you can have an event that happened and it changes you forever. Can I say cancer changed me? If I'm being honest, if I'm being honest, no. While it's a huge deal, I'm not going to downplay it because there's people that are not here. I actually know someone that just recently passed from it. But I feel like I handled it. I mean, it took me she got some hands. Like, she definitely was practicing in the ring because sis came out swinging. But I made it through. But I feel like everything after is what changed me, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is the fear that I now have that can be crippling at times, that I pray and ask to be taken away, the anxiety. I've always been fearful of things. That's just who I've always been. It's certain things that I'll never do because I'm scared. Um, Small things like going to the amusement park. It's pointless for me to go to an amusement park. I'm not getting on no rides. I used to love the teacup. I'm not even getting on that no more. All I can think about on the teacup is a screw coming loose and me flying across the park. Like, it's just not even fun. So I don't even do that anymore. Once I get my funnel cake, it's time to go. I don't even want to play no games and nothing like that. It's just like these things are just not fun to me anymore because the level of stress that it brings. So me being fearful of things is something that is just always been a part of me. It's just gotten worse. The constant exhaustion, and when I mean exhaustion, it's not just of body, physically, it's mentally. Have you ever just literally been tired in your head? I know it sounds crazy, but that's the only way I can word it. Like, your brain, like, if you know, you get in your car and you know how you're in your car and when you're done driving, you put it in park and turn it off and your car is resting. Sometimes I ask God to just, I don't know if it's a bad thing to ask, but sometimes my brain is tired. I have so much on my mind all day, every day. Sometimes you do things in life and you think you're doing the right thing. Everything works out, and you don't know how the decisions you make when you're young affect you when you get older. Sometimes I'll pray and ask God for something, and in my hastiness or of me being afraid that I'm not going to know if it's God's answer or not. Somebody will say, you'll know God's voice, or God will tell you what the answer is. But sometimes I'm afraid that that's my voice, or that's me telling myself what I want to hear. Because I know, like, when you're asking God for something, you know what you want the answer to be. So sometimes I wonder if that's me answering my own questions because that's what I want. I was in the car one day and I got so emotional because I was just thinking about how much God loves me. It's just me thinking about, like, it's just like a full-time job. Like, I know he be tired. Soon as he see me coming, he just like, I'm tired of my own self. So I know he tired. I just wonder sometimes, how does he pick and choose what prayers he answers? How do we know if a prayer is not already answered and we just haven't walked into it yet? If you ask for something more than once, is it disrespectful? Because is it like you don't trust that he'll do it? So you keep going back and asking, or you're just not patient enough to wait for it to happen. So you're praying and praying and praying. I always make a joke that, I don't want to be on his strongest soldiers list anymore. Like I'm tired. Like I'm flattered, but I want to be stricken from all the pamphlets. I just, but I guess in a way it is an honor because they say he doesn't put more on you than he knows you can handle. But I just want to know, what is the pot at the end of this rainbow? Like is, and not even because I am tired of suffering, especially mentally. But I want to know who this person is that I'm supposed to be. I want to know what it is I'm supposed to get, because it has to be big and it has to be more than one thing. I'm assuming. I think about my niece. She's just such a sweet angel, and I worry about the world that she has to grow up in. And I pray all the time that God just guides her and keeps his hand on her. I just pray that she is a kind and God fearing person, that she has a beautiful life. Moms need more than just a Mother's Day. They need a Mother's Year. They need a Mother's 5 years, because she's not even physically mine. And I love her so much. I wish I could just put her in a box and just keep her just away from everything and everybody, because she just has, just like how I was, just no idea what outside of them walls. And she's so innocent. All she wants to do is play and laugh and run. And I pray that she keeps that innocence for as long as she possibly can. That my grandmother's prayers that kept us will keep her. That same love Jesus has for me that kept me all these years. Regardless of what I went through, I know that he loves me, that she feels that as well. No matter what she goes through, that she feels that. God is just so big and so vast. Like, there's no way our little human brains can wrap our minds around his thought process, who he is, why he does the things he like. There's no way we can comprehend this. But sometimes I wish I did, because it would just make everything so much easier. I remember when Chadwick Boseman had passed, and I found out what he passed from, and I got so upset, because I just felt like, how dare you be sad or upset and and depressed about going through something and making it. Meanwhile, this person with all the money and access in the world did not have your same outcome. And I had to repent so hard, because I just felt ungrateful. And this person with access to all the doctors, all the medication, I don't know what he chose to do and what he chose not to do. I don't know what his path was, but with access to everything, the same cancer that I had, and this person did not make it. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm failing whatever the task is that God has for me, because I don't know what it is. And I don't even know if I'm mentally prepared for whatever it is, because I just feel so drained. But maybe at the same time, maybe that's what you're supposed to be. Maybe you're supposed to be broken down to your lowest form for him to use you for whatever it is that he wants. Because when I'm just using my common sense, when you are who you are and you're going around in the world and doing whatever it is that you're doing, you can't be used the way you need to be used. So maybe you need to be broken down so that way he can mold you to be whatever it is he wants you to be, or use you for whatever it is that he needs to use you for. I'm not really sure. I'm just thinking. And what's crazier is I don't even know if I'm anywhere close to what I'm supposed to be, or if it's if I'm ready to be whatever or do whatever I'm supposed to do. I don't know. You don't understand, so you can't explain it to anybody else. You can't. I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning, guys. So it's early in the morning, so that means coffee going, lawnmowers outside, and no teeth. So I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to express myself yesterday. I know it was a little heavy, and I apologize for that. That's just the space that I was in at the time, that I really needed to get that off of my chest. I got a lot on my mind, and yesterday was just like a bit much. I want to also apologize if sometimes my videos can be heavy, because the same way that I don't want my soul to be disturbed and people to just dump things on me, I don't want you guys to feel like that either. This channel is kind of like my diary and like my safe space. So when I'm going through something or feeling something, this is where I talk about it and release it. Again, I just want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to release it, and I pray that you guys have a blessed and safe week. And if you're not already, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and comment below. Turn on your bell notifications so you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.